Okay. All right. So I just had to just acknowledge that we're going to use it for promotional purposes. We're going to promote the interview.
Absolutely. You have permission to publish this recording.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen. Let's do this. Let's get started, and let's start off by just tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to do that. Well, I'm from the Bronx, originally from Bronx, New York. What's also interesting is that I've spent 8 years in the Army Reserve in this country.
Oh, really?
And it's 8 years in the Army Reserve, discipline there. I'm also a registered nurse. I tell people I do a lot of things. I'm a registered nurse, but I don't practice it, of course, anymore. I teach it at a college now. And I'm a Libra.
Wow.
Yes.
So you really have a very rich background.
Yes. I haven't been from anything. I'm not really scared of a lot until I put too much thought into it. And then I start to get the heebie-jeebies. So the best approach to do is just to jump in and do it.
Yeah. Now, who were some of your early music influences?
Quite a few. But my music influence started with a group called Rolls Royce.
Oh, okay.
Yep, a song called Wishing on a Star.
Wishing on a Star.
I'm 7 years old when I heard that song. It came out in 1977, and I was a little bit, but somehow I had a record player. And I got my hands on my mom's vinyl for that, and I just played it on my toy ready player, and I just played it over and over and over. And I didn't know what dance was then, but I fell in love with the song. And just the music behind it, the romance, the ebb and flow of the song was everything to me. So that's really good. And then additionally, Ashford and Simpson. Any street community. I love that.
Okay.
Shaka Khan. Oh, my Shaka. I love him. Chic.
Okay, sure.
A group that, to me, so sharp on that album cover, and the music followed through. Their image is so on point to me. And finally, I think Patrice Rushen.
Okay. All right.
Patrice Rushen, that lady right there was a jack of all trades in music to me.
Yeah. She was a musician too, correct?
Yes, she wrote, she sung, she performed. I mean, all you can do hear in an artist.
Wow. Well, let's talk about how you got into music. In other words, what I mean by that is, at what point did you start singing? And then I also want to add to that, you recognize that you actually could sing. Because, everybody can't sing now. One thing doesn't mean you can sing,
Here's the thing with that. The thing with that is, you listen to other people singing. I never thought or even imagined myself singing anything. And so all I had for reference was admiring other singers and all of the undulations and vocal tricks that they did. One day, in the middle of hosting a Cyber Jams radio show, because that's where I began to meet all of these house music artists through the hosting of the Cyber Jams radio show. And I was in Baltimore with Steve Jackson, and I was in Baltimore, and he said, you have a unique voice, a unique speaking voice, and a great personality. Have you ever thought about singing? And I said, well, no. And he said, well, I have somebody I want you to meet, and he's from Beach Rock Records, and his name is Joseph Davis, and you to speak with him and maybe work with him on your first song. And I said, okay. into something, okay. So I ended up, just to fast forward, I ended up working on a song called Second Chance on Love. And I wrote that without having any knowledge of music structure or song structure or anything. And we carried it through, and, I guess they were trying to be nice to me. And I sung it, and I was so nervous. I was nervous just because the mic was in front of me. It's amazing what happens to you when a mic is put in front of you. And I was so nervous. All through the my voice was shaking. And at the end of the process, they just said, listen, you can't publish this, and you need to do some deep soul searching, and you need to get a vocal coach if you want to do this. Well, I cried for months on end. And then Joe said, are you done? He called me up. Joe said, are you done crying?
Well, you're breaking up. You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, I am? Okay, what about now? Is it better?
Yes, it is. It is. Uh-huh.
So Joe called me and said, are you done crying? And I said, I'm done crying. He got me in front of a vocal coach, and I took some vocal coaching, and really got the idea of thinking about how to execute what I was singing. So we recorded some Chance on Love, and it was much better than the first take, and we publishing that. So that's how I got started getting the ball rolling, writing and recording.
But let me just, a question just came out of what you just said for me. I guess there's something to be said. Just because talent doesn't mean that you're ready, and also, too, you've got to be willing to put the work in. It sounds like, in other words, like, okay, listen, you had your little cry, got that. But there is something there, and sometimes you just need a little help with. I don't think people give up because it doesn't come out right the first time. So I just, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I reckon that, a lot of researching has to be done. Start things for the people and learn in public. That's what you're doing when you're a new artist. Is you're learning in public so that people see all your mistakes. They hear and you have to grow in thick skin, and a lot of people are like, listen, forget this, I don't want to do it. Too many people have opinion, and it's hurting my ego and my feelings. Well, I'm a tougher chick than I ever thought I could be.
Okay.
Tough. And really strong, I can tell you that. And I learned that only through this process of being able to say, some people just come up to you and say, listen, I don't like the way you sing, and I don't like your songs, you suck. So they kind of make it personal. And, you just learn how to handle that as well. And you have people that love everything you do no matter what it is. So there's all kinds of critique all throughout the spectrum. So once you get to the point where you can get past the criticism, everything else, if you love music, nothing else feels like work. It all, for me, it's something that I love, the process of listening to music, the process of picking musicians, writing lyrics, all of that I fell in love with. It's not work to me. The work is in the people and getting through the breaking down the walls that people have, because there are some people in this industry that are suspect. You have to go with caution. So that is the work of being an independent artist, is to try to establish trusting, legitimate relationships with real musicians.
Yeah. Well, you kind of said how you got into Soulful House. You were just minding your own business, and somebody noticed you, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Making a radio show, and then somebody said, "Hey, your speaking voice is different, so try out, do a song." It doesn't happen that way most of the time, I'm reckoning. So, kind of.
Who are some of your favorite artists? I know you mentioned some early influence, but but even things now, some favorite artists, they were out of Soulful House. Maybe some classical people, some people.
Today's music and some of today's music. I love just pop. I love Monique Bingham has a delivery and unique way that she tells you her stories. It was very. She reminds me of the realness of being young and growing up and getting hurt and loved. So she is beautiful to me. The classic of Stevie Wonder. The song "As" is everything to me. Of "As" is everything. Stevie Wonder.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up again.
Okay. What now?
Hello. Yeah. Okay. I can hear you. Okay. So sorry. Can you repeat that again? You said the song "As."
The song "As" by Stevie Wonder is musically and poetically just so profound and wonderfully expressed. So I like Stevie Wonder. Today's music, I would say, there's a young lady, Georgia Smith. She's sung on Blue Lights and Kiana Lee or Kiana Lee. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. She did a song called Airplay. I love her voice, so unique. So today's music goes to Georgia Smith and Kiana Lee with her Airplay song. Some of these artists that I love.
I'm just thinking that you got vocal coach. What does the vocal coach do for you that really helps you, I don't know, bring this to another level and you say, boy, it sounds a lot better? What did that coach do? And then also you said you wrote and you never wrote before. Just wanted to know about those things and the structure and all that and what you learned.
So the vocal coach really taught me a lot of non-singing keys to singing. So there's a lot of non-singing behaviors pertaining to diet, pertaining to what you choose to eat.
Oh, really?
Your state of mind,